up, you guys? Welcome back to Kenny Tarot YouTube channel. If you are new here, please do us the favor and the honor by joining the family. You won't regret it, trust me. But today we got a new topic for that as the topic is entitled Who Thinks You're a Snack? Now this title, I mean, like most of my titles, they're usually inspired because spirit does speak to me through music, and so a lot of times I'll just put, my iTunes on shuffle, and the song will pop up, and then they'll give me a topic. And in this particular topic, there was a song called Snack. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very lighthearted. Nothing too serious. Nothing to really get too crazy about. If the person that's being described, because this is what's going to happen, Spirit is going to describe someone that thinks you're a snack. Chances are this is someone that you know, but there could be a slight chance that this is someone that you don't know, but they know you. But at the end of the day, it's nothing to really take too seriously. So if the person being described isn't exactly your type or things of that nature, don't sweat it. Just know that you still are a snack nonetheless, and that should just be viewed as a compliment. But with that being said, you guys, please choose from these piles. We have pile number 1 with the black tourmaline. We have pile number 2 with the carnelian. Pile number 3, green aventurine, as well as pile number 4 with the citrine. So with that being said, you guys, please choose with your intuition and not your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? This is for those who picked the black tourmaline stone. We're about to find out who thinks you're a snack. The cards that they gave us are... Oh, by the way, sorry, y'all. The tarot deck that I was called to use it has some explicit image. I will have to tell you, so if you're not okay with that and you're not 18 and over, then I advise you to possibly get to another reading or another reader. But it's not too bad. This deck is not like super explicit. I have a super explicit deck that I'm not using, but this one is like borderline. But anyways, we have the 8 of coins. We also have the death card in reverse. We also have the moon card. We have number 4, heart chakra. We also have heroine. This also came in reverse though. We have Virgo. We have truth. We had doubt. Helpful person. And this card I will get into later. Okay, let's get into it. So first of all, this is someone that you definitely don't know, who you know them. It feels like you know them, by the way, but what I mean is that you don't know that they actually view you this way. I think this is someone that you possibly even friend zone. Maybe you did get the inclination that this person was just like, or you did get the indication that this person wanted more than what you were willing to offer. But I kind of feel like you kind of put the end to it. But for others, I do feel like this is someone that you just have no idea that they view you as a snack. For a lot of you guys, this is someone that you work with. And if not, this is just someone that you maybe are in proximity of most of the time, like whether it's a friend of a friend or just whenever you guys go out, you often see this person. I'm getting more so like you guys are within the same environment somehow, and often. And this could be maybe working environment or maybe even living environment. This person though, I have to say there's almost like a lack of confidence that this person has with you. I think this person is just it's a little bit more than just viewing you as a snack. I do this person actually wants to be with you, but this person believes they don't necessarily have what it takes to really be a suitable partner for you. And maybe this is something that you've maybe stated, or maybe this is just how you present yourself, like you're not going to settle for just nothing less than the best. But I get the sense that this person is almost like keeping their feelings a secret until they feel they have reached a level in which they're worthy. So let's begin. Now we have 8 of coins. So this is the card for me. I do get, this is the obvious interpretation is the fact that this person, or the possibility that this person could be a coworker of yours, or someone that you just work with, or someone that works in the same building as you. But I also get the sense that this is someone who's really, really working hard and trying to improve themselves. I feel like they've made great strides, even though that's something that we all should be doing regardless. But I feel like you were the main focus when it came to their own improvement. You know what I mean? Like, it was more so like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the gym, work on my fitness, because I gotta look good for her, for them or her, you know, or him. You know what I mean? I feel like that was the main source of inspiration for them to really work hard. I also feel like this could be someone who's also working hard on their financial stability, to make sure that they have a suitable amount so they can be somewhat of a provider for you. I do get the sense that this is someone who really wants to be with you. It's supposed to be lighthearted, I know, but I don't know. Ultimately the choice is yours, of course, but it just seems like this person is wanting to describe you in a way that's a little bit more than just a snack. By the way, snack is just, it's just a term that I'm using, but obviously you guys are full course meals at 5-star restaurants at that. But it's just to have fun. Now we also have Death card in reverse. Yeah, this is someone who is trying to make changes in their life, maybe even changes within their own circumstances. And I do feel like you are I'm sorry if you guys hear noise in the background, it's my family. They would believe that these are soundproof walls, and it's not. And yet, if I press pause, I'm gonna be the bad guy, right? I'm gonna be the bad guy if I start yelling and I start getting mad, right? No, I'm just kidding. Not really though, but I'm gonna spare them. Okay, so like I said, the Death card does indicate for me that there is something that this person wants to change about themselves, and I feel like you're going to be you're the source of inspiration behind that. I get the sense that for some of you guys, if this someone has maybe expressed interest to being more than friends to you, you've maybe told them exactly what it is that they have to change. Like maybe you said like, you know what, I don't necessarily date this type of person. I don't really, that's not really my thing. And because of that, that has caused them to really want to become the change that you want it to be. Now, I don't necessarily approve of that. It's not to, I don't necessarily approve of people changing for other people. You know what I mean? However, I feel like this person is willing to do that. Also, I don't know. I don't want to say this because I know some of y'all are going to be like, but for some of you guys, this could be an ex, I have to say. Because I know the cards that they're showing you doesn't necessarily speak of X, but they're showing me images and telling me things as well that will also indicate X. Like they're showing me the image of the 8 of Cups, they're showing me the image of the 3 of Swords, they're also showing me the Devil card as well. So for some of you guys, this is an ex who's trying to really pretty much reform themselves to become a brand new version for you. That's not for everyone though. Now we also have the Moon card. This card right here indicates that this is someone who is keeping a lot of what they're feeling for you a secret. I think for some of you guys, it's just a matter of time. It's they're waiting for their moment to reveal. I do believe they're going to reveal it. I absolutely do believe that. It's just they're very meticulous in how they do things. They plan things out. I almost feel like this is someone who already has a date and really has an idea of how they're going to tell you. Like they have a date in mind, like I'm going to do on this so and so day, on this so and so month, on a bright sunny day. But the execution has yet to come to fruition because they feel that it's not time yet. But this is someone who I feel, once again, are keeping their feelings under wraps for you. And I do believe a lot of that has to do with maybe their own insecurities that they're trying to work through or overcome. And yeah, I just feel like you guys, if you do know this person, you have no idea really. And there is a slight number of you guys who may have somewhat of an idea, but I do believe they've done a great job on keeping it very cordial, very friendly, and have not necessarily shown at least obvious indications that they are into you more than they are leading you on to believe. Now we also have heart chakra. There's deep feelings here. This person just lacks the courage. This person lacks courage. This person lacks the confidence. And it's not to say that this person probably doesn't necessarily have what it takes, but I get the sense that when they look at you, it's almost as if they feel the like the natural need to step up, to level up. You know, sometimes that's what happens, and that's a good thing too. But I do feel like some people may have maybe let them know, like, yo, or maybe just express maybe their type, and maybe they're trying to mold themselves to be that type. But overall, there's deep feelings that this person has for you. But I also feel like they're not yet ready to express these feelings to you because they lack courage, they lack the confidence, and ultimately they fear that you won't accept them or you won't, reciprocate. Now let's get into this right here. We have heroine in reverse. Now we have to read the shadow attributes because it is in reverse. And it says escapism and a false sense of heroism. Now, this is going to be, I guess one of the clues that you're going to have is that this is going to be someone who is going to always want to do things for you. And it's not, they're going to say, oh no, it's cool. The idea is to make it seem like they're just a nice person, when really they're just doing it because they want to make an impression on you, if that makes sense. This is also someone who may even do things like I don't know, stand up for you. I don't know if there's going to be ever a situation in which there's like a debate and then someone's maybe coming, I feel like this person is someone who will easily come to your defense for whatever reason. But it's not necessarily because you're right, but it's more so because they're just trying to impress you. This is someone who really wants to be like that type of person to where you can lean on to them. This person wants to feel needed by you. Now we also have Virgo. So this person could always be a Virgo, but I'm getting that this is someone who is like, I get when you guys speak, something about how they speak, or I feel like sometimes they do let it slip. Maybe they'll say some things that are just like not something that a friend or just a coworker would say. And this person will realize that, and then before they go to sleep at night, this is someone who really constantly overthinks each conversation that they have with you, and kind of just critique how it went on their end, and they usually end up being someone who are like, why did I say that? I mean, if I could have had a second chance, I would do it differently. Like, this is that person. Once again, I'm also getting someone who clearly plans, is very anal about how they say things, how they do things, how they are viewed by you. So I guess in a sense, they're a perfectionist in that way, but I get the sense that this is someone who already has a clear idea of when they will reveal to you. It's just a matter of time and a matter of when they feel that they are perfect enough. We have truth. I do get the sense this is someone who's not going to keep this a secret for long. This person is not going to keep this a secret for long. Absolutely not. And now let me just say this. Don't feel pressured. Y'all hearing this, some of you guys may even know who this person is that's being described. Don't feel pressure to reciprocate the energy. Don't. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, I mean, obviously you want to be graceful about it, but at the same time, if this person does decide to spill the guts to you, you are not obligated to reciprocate those feelings. Okay? But I do believe, once again, this is someone who will, who doesn't like keeping this a secret and has plans to definitely reveal this to you. We have doubt, which is constantly on. This is pretty much the premise of their energy. And in fact, it's one of those cases in which I don't know, they want me to bring an example about my own relationship history, but okay, I will. But overall, this is someone who just doesn't believe you will accept them or love them, or really reciprocate those feelings. And everything that they do is kind of, there's an undertone of doubt. You know what I mean? Like, the fact is, like I said, this person, I feel, is trying to change themselves for you. And, you know, that's a lesson in itself. And I'm going to bring my own example because that's what they want me to talk about. So, for example, I was in this relationship back in the days. And it was, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but it was a interracial relationship. That's not the embarrassing part, but it was embarrassing now that I see it, because I was always constantly felt to think that I was maybe even lower than this person's particular race, and I also have been told to, you know, before I even met this person's like parents, I tried my hardest to really, you know, make up for the fact that I was black, that I am black, just to appease parents that I was, you know, I have yet to meet, because I have often heard that, you know, they thought so lowly of black people. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna have this bomb job, I'm gonna have this bomb education, this bomb career. Like, I was doing everything to make up for me being black. And I'm embarrassed now because I see that that's not something that I should have even done. In fact, the relationship was over before it even started. But, you know, I looked back at it now like, yo, are you kidding me? Like, I'm looking at myself now like, why did you even do that, Kenny? Why did you think that was a great idea? Why? And so, like I said, this may be a lesson that this person may even learn later on. But I was filled with doubt, and this is what I'm kind of feeling, and I see why this person is also exhibiting some of the same type of qualities, that maybe some of the things that they're trying to change are not something that they should change. You know what I mean? And so this is something that they're kind of plagued with when it comes to you. But hopefully it's not as, maybe serious as my situation. Maybe hopefully it's more surface level, like, career, money, and education, something like that. But the next card that we have is helpful person. Once again, like I said, this is going to be someone who is going to constantly do things for you. And like I said, the intention behind it is not because they're a good person, even though they probably are, but it's because they just want to impress you, to make some type of impression towards you. And it's just so that you can think highly of them. I know that sounds bad, but this is just what I'm feeling, and this is what they're saying. So yeah. So let's get to the last card. The last card says, dun, dun, dun. Purse, pay attention to your finances. So for me, the major thing that this person is focusing on and really wants to improve in order to feel like they're suitable to acquire you as a snack is their career and their money. Maybe you do carry yourself in a way in which the person that does come to you in hopes of a romantic relationship must have a certain level of success or wealth. And to be honest, yeah, I feel that's important. I think you should continue. If that is the type of vibe that you're giving off, I think you should continue to give that vibe, because it definitely weeds out the people who are just not on your level. But I think this is someone who could potentially, who maybe even knows that, or at least just feels that way. And it's not to say that you guys are superficial or anything like that. I just feel like this is just who this person feels like they need to become. And it's because they want you as much. So, as this annoying ass airplane flies over my head, thank you for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this this video. If you guys know who this person is, please let me know down in the comment. I want to know who this person is. But other than that, you guys, if you feel inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 2? This is for those who picked the Carnelian Stone. We're about to find out who thinks you're a snack. The cards that they gave us are the Lover's card. We also have the Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I already know what this story is about. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. We have number 9, Rest and Reconsider. This is also the 9 of Wands. We have Exorcist in reverse. Okay. We also have Venus. We have the Serpent. Pride. Healing Heart. And this card that we'll get into later. Now, pile number 2. If you do not know this person, I would probably suggest that you pick another pile or maybe another reader, because this group absolutely knows this person and knows him very well. This energy is more so giving me like on and off again type relationship, on and off again couple, or if not on and off, This is just a couple who maybe even broke up, but the energy is still as if you guys are a couple. So there's there's really no doubt or there's no secret as to this person thinking you're a snack. It's like, okay, you just wanted to come through today just to speak to them, okay? But nonetheless, I get the sense that this is someone, this feels like a soulmate though. It feels like a soulmate. And there's deep feelings. I also get there's passion in here, but there's also a lot of intense emotions that are revealing maybe your or this person's deepest, darkest feelings that need to be worked through. Like sometimes some relationships do that, in which you guys grow in the sense that you sometimes things about yourself get revealed. I feel like this is one of those cases. But let's begin. We have the Lover's card here. I'm getting like love-hate relationship. Like sometimes I love you, sometimes I hate you. I get oftentimes there's frustration with this connection. I'm also getting a lot of times it's like it's like simultaneously you're the most vulnerable with this person, but at the same time you're still the most guarded. Hopefully that makes sense. But you know what I mean? I also get that you often find yourself, and maybe this person also finds themselves thinking like, damn, why do I love them so much? Why do I keep coming back? Things like that. Like, why can't I get this person off my mind? Every time I try to move on, it just leads me back to you. Ultimately, I do believe this connection, there is maybe a big decision that needs to be made on whether or not this is something that should be continued or not. And I think that's something that constantly comes into question all the time. But there's no denying the chemistry is just through the roof. The feelings, the emotions are 100% authentic. But I do believe there are some darker elements that this person wants to highlight through this reading. So let's get into it. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. This is the energy of not knowing what to do. I'm also getting that for some reason other people are involved. I'm not sure why. I don't know. This could be maybe one of those situations in which maybe there's a lot of, especially how sometimes there's friends that this person could be a part of a friend group that you are already part of. You guys are both friends at first, and then all of a sudden you guys get into a relationship, and that can always change things about the dynamic of the group. I'm getting that. I'm also getting that there could just be maybe other people who could be influencing how you feel about this connection as well. Or at least this is just how this person is wanting to express this connection. Overall, I feel like there's been some disharmony and some type of disconnect with this energy, but looks like the fact still remains is that you're still a snack. There's a lot of passion with this group. And I feel like, yes, there's passion as far as sexual attraction, sexual attention, but there's also passion as far as I feel like these two parties are not going to back down when it comes to like a disagreement. Speaking of which, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. This is, it almost feels like this person is showing me the image of like the white flag, like I surrender, but it's like, I'm surrendering because I just don't want to fight anymore. Not necessarily because it's a resolution that has been made, even though that should be the goal at hand. But it's more so like, you know what, forget it. I just want to continue this. I just want to get back to the way things were. This person just doesn't want to argue anymore. This person believes that, or at least knows, that you and them are soulmates. And part of that could be why I feel, you could be, maybe you know, I think you know who this person is as we're describing this, but you could be like so over them. But this person is more so thinking like, we're soulmates, meaning that we're always going to be together. And that's not always the case, by the way. That is not always the case. A lot of times people think, okay, yeah, they're my soulmate, which means that we have to be together. That's not true. Not true at all. But this is how this person is making me feel like we're soulmates. We're meant to be together. And there's a possibility that you are like, on to the next. But don't get it twisted, because I also feel the feelings that this person feels, most of it is what you also feel. It's just sometimes you guys just can't see eye to eye. Now we also have number 9, rest and reconsider. This is the 9 of Wands, so this is frustration. This is also being guarded. Some people were hurt in this connection. This is also indicating that there could be a break that has occurred, or maybe even when we say it's over, it's not actually over. You know, things like that. I feel like you also constantly think about this person as well, as much as they think about you. Whether it's in good memories or bad memories, I feel like constantly being thought of. But I think the other thing that's being highlighted here is that there is some type of decision that you guys have to make, some type of choice. And I do believe it has to do with whether or not you guys want to remain together or just completely dissolve the connection. And of course, the choice is entirely up to you. Spirit's not giving you any type of, advice as to you should do this, no. It's more so like this is kind of part of your journey and part of your lesson. Now we have Exorcist. And we did get it in reverse, so we have to read the shadow attributes. And the shadow attribute says, fear of facing your own demons. Baby. Pile number 2. Yeah. This is one of those connections. I mean, some people call it twin flames. That could be one of the cases as well. It feels very twin flamish. I'm not going to hold you. I don't really focus on the twin flame label, but I do believe in it. And if I feel so inclined to mention it, I will, just like I am now. This feels very twin flamish. And I say that because twin flames are often glorified as being like maybe like the epitome of love or the pinnacle of love, when in actuality, these are hard, difficult relationships. Yes, they can be very rewarding and very fulfilling, but I'm getting, this is maybe, if it is in fact a twin flame relation, you are going through the intense part of the journey. Absolutely. To where, certain elements about who you are being highlighted, and things that you maybe never wanted to dig up. I feel like this is a connection that's really going through maybe the darkest part of the stage. So I think the indecision of whether or not to continue this situation, this connection or not, is based off fear as well. Now we have Venus. you find this person just absolutely beautiful. I think this is someone who has maybe, it doesn't mean physical, even though this card could definitely indicate that, but I'm also getting like beautiful soul. This could also be someone who's quite artistic or creative. This could be someone who's very much into nature as well. But I do believe there's, what we can't fail to mention is that there is some type of beauty within this connection that you appreciate, despite all the headaches that this may have caused you, and all the pain or maybe hurt that this may have caused you. There's an element about this that you can absolutely appreciate that's only unique to this specific connection. But I also feel like this person finds you to be beautiful. I think it's just one of those things where when things are good, man, it's amazing. But when things are bad, things are really bad. This person also finds you to be quite tempting, like almost seductive even, especially with the snake here. Just very tempting and very much like something they feel like they should not pursue, but they can't help it. But going back to the serpent card, the serpent here indicates knowledge and healing. Yeah, if you guys are experiencing maybe a break or a breakup, it was necessary, absolutely. Because it was needed to really gain some type of wisdom, which only you could have, retrieved from going within, inner wisdom. They're showing like the hermit image. So some of you guys maybe had to seclude yourself, or maybe just had to step away for a second in order to really discover what it is that you really want. Not only that, I really feel like it got to a point with this connection in which it was too intense to the point where maybe there was arguments and fights quite often, to where a break was needed in order to recover. But overall, whatever break or whatever break up that you've experienced with this person, it was in fact necessary, absolutely. We have pride. I kind of feel like this is something that you guys both have a lot of. And it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. This is pretty much a statement or a phrase that goes along well with the twin flame journey as well. Like if you guys don't resonate with the twin flame journey, then just ignore that term. But that's exactly what the twin flame journey will do to you, is that the person that you're with will be almost like a mirror, and it's not always going to be, where you guys see eye to eye. Sometimes you're going to see things that you don't necessarily like about them, or you can't stand about them, but it's secretly who you are too. But the pride card also indicates that maybe some of you guys have too much of this in order to really have a conversation again, or maybe even reconnect, or really even engage. You guys just decide to disengage. But like I said, I do believe if you guys have gone through a breakup or things like that, Spirit is telling me that was necessary. But I don't feel like this is over at all. There's no closure here. So I do believe there's going to be a time in which we are going to have to let go of some of that pride in order to really hash things out, or at least gain some type of ending that hopefully is amicable, if that's what you guys are being called to do. Now we also have healing heart. Yeah, things were said, maybe things were done, and people were hurt. So this was supposed to be lighthearted, I know, but hey, I can't help what Spirit decides to bring forth. And I think the question is still remains, or the question actually is, has already been answered. Of course, this person thinks you're a snack. They can't get enough of you, actually. They feel almost like chained to you. And I feel like the passion in this connection is on such a high level to where, I mean, I'm sure the sex is good. But healing heart, meaning I do sense that there was a break, there was a recovery, or you guys could in fact be going through recovery mode, and allow that to unfold naturally. Don't rush it, because this part is necessary, absolutely. The last card that we have is box. It says you will receive a gift. So it looks like this person's going to come forward, and they're showing me Knight of Wands, which is more passion, more fire. You know, if this person has not shown any type of obvious interest in you, that's about to change. Maybe expect flowers, maybe expect, jewelry, I don't know. It seems like there's going to be some type of romantic gesture or passionate gesture in order to reconnect. So I don't know if you're going to look forward to that or not, but this person's coming whether or not you want it or not. So prepare yourself for that. Do they think you're a snack? Absolutely. And that's the question that we asked Spirit, but of course Spirit gave us a lot more than what we expected. So, but nonetheless, hey, pile number 2, I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments who this person is specifically. I would like to know myself, because I'm nosy. But if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 3? This is for those who picked the green adventuring stone. We're about to find out who thinks you're a snack. The cards that they gave us are the 5 of Cups in reverse. We also have the Hierophant in reverse. We also have the Sun card, the best card in the deck, of course. Can you see that? Focus, please. We have the number 2, find balance. This is also the 2 of Pentacles. We have Detective. We also have Pisces. We have the Goblin. We have Love. We have Pay Attention. And this card that we'll get into later. So they spit out to me a few scenarios of what this could be, or who this person could be. This could be someone who you recently reconnected with. This could be someone that you've maybe lost contact with, and somehow, some way, it feels like they were missing you, and maybe they found you on Instagram or found you on social media, and that's how this came to be. For others of you guys, this is just someone that you haven't spoken to in a while. Because for some reason I feel like there's like it feels like a longing, or maybe this could be something that you guys maybe you moved into where now it's a long distance type of connection. By connection, I don't necessarily mean relationship, but like a romantic relationship. I don't necessarily mean that. But for some reason, it almost feels like things are not necessarily the way that it used to be, due to maybe distance, or maybe even maybe you got another job, or maybe you went to another school, or maybe you just moved or relocated, or maybe we just lost contact for a while. But there's almost feels like a longing, like I missed you, things like that. And once again, this person is it feels like a bad boy, bad girl, in the sense that this is someone who's completely against authority. Maybe this is someone who always gets in trouble a lot, always in the principal's office. Y'all remember how that used to be like a punishment, going to the principal's office? I digress. But this could be someone who just has the particular attributes that would be associated with a bad boy or bad girl. I get excitement with this person, I get fun with this person, but I also get that this person is just a complete joy to be around. This person, it feels, they're saying that they love to make you laugh a lot. So let's begin. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. So for me, this is like longing or missing someone, but it's coming to an end. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, this is someone that you recently reconnected with, or at least this person feels a lot more closer to you now than they did some time ago. I do feel like there's some history here, and I do feel like it's like recent history, such as in this incarnation, not like soul history. So I do feel like you know this person, and this person knows you. I feel like there was already a connection that was established already. And maybe for a while, this person has just been like wondering like, what's going on with you? What's up with you? And then I feel as though it was a reconnect or something of sorts. Maybe when you guys first met, this person maybe never viewed you in a way such as a snack, something that they can take a bite into. Maybe it was just very completely and totally platonic. But now, after the reconnect, after what feels like maybe a few years has passed, or maybe a few months has passed, to where maybe there was some type of glow up, to where now they see things differently, and now they view you as a snack. So that could be the case for you guys as well. We have the Hierophant. So this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that this could be a bad boy now or bad girl now. Someone who doesn't follow rules, someone who likes to do the exact opposite of what they're told or what's suggested. This is someone who's quite different. They're making me feel like someone who curses a lot, like maybe uses every other word. And to me, I like curse words because sometimes they're necessary. Sometimes, because sometimes it's necessary. Like if I just say, look at that big old bag or something like that, that doesn't really have the same effect as big ass bag. Even though the word ass is not really a curse word, but you guys get what I mean. The point is, that's what they're telling me. And for others of you guys, this could be like maybe when you remember them back in the days, they were a bad boy or a bad girl, but now they've also have grown into something else. Because I get the sense that this is something that they're trying to kind of, I wouldn't say change about them, but more so they're trying to balance this energy out. Okay. The Sun card. Who doesn't love this card? they make me feel laughter, joy, happiness. This is someone who loves joking around. I kind of feel like this is someone who's willing to do anything just to make you laugh or smile, like that type of energy. I almost feel like this is someone who also makes jokes on your expense, but it's not like, crossing the line, but it's more so like, because they know you can take it and they know that you're going to laugh by the end of it. And I feel like you're someone who probably cracks jokes on them too. Like, I feel like you guys have that very playful relationship, but it almost feels like two kids having fun, Yeah, I feel like there's something about nostalgia with this person. There's some history, there's some memories that become unlocked when you guys reconnect, or when you guys are together, or when you guys speak. And I think the memories always end with laughter. We have number 2, find balance. So as I say, I think this person is kind of on a journey at this moment. I get, in essence, they're like what people would consider to be like a bad boy or a bad girl, someone who breaks rules. But I feel like they're seeking balance in the sense that they're trying to establish some sort of stability or become a little bit more grounded, because they too realize that that's something that's quite important. It's not to say that they're doing that for you, but I just feel like in general, this is what they're trying to achieve. And maybe this is something that they're going to bring up, especially if this is someone that you're trying to reconnect. And that may shock you a little bit, because like I said, I get the sense that you remember them. Your fondest memory of them is like them maybe, I don't know, doing something illegal, for the sake of making you laugh or something like that, or doing something to where they're protesting, being an advocate to where maybe they got arrested. But I get the sense that they've always had some type of unruly type of energy, something that was a little bit rougher on the edges, to where now they're kind of trying to establish some sort of structure into their life. Which is actually a very good thing. Now let's get into this connection between you and this person. I mean, we've kind of touched on it, but we're about to get into a lot more. So we have detective. And we did get in the upright position, so we're going to read the light attributes. And it says, great powers of observation, intuition, desire to seek out the truth. This card, coupled with the Pisces card, which by the way, they could be a Pisces, but these two cards together, this person is in fact, whether they know it or not, psychic. You can't get a lie. A lie does not, you just don't even try to fool them in that way. But overall, I do believe this feels like crush energy. And I kind of feel like you guys, there's never been like a confirmation of said crush, you know what I mean? But the crush has always been latent and very much understated, but it was in fact real, very much real. And although this person has never yet heard from your mouth, it feels like, or maybe got any actual confirmation that you maybe have a crush on them, they already know. And I get the sense that they feel the same way. But I believe it's maybe a fear of maybe crossing, because I don't believe it ever made it past that threshold to where now we're more than friends, you know what I mean? And you guys may have your own reason as to why that's never happened, but overall, this person knows that the crush or those feelings do exist. But I kind of feel like it's never yet been acted upon. I also feel like this is someone who maybe could be the type of person to really know exactly what's going on with you, even when you say, I'm just fine. It's that type of person. This person may also sometimes call you or maybe think of you or maybe message you in those times of need, or those times when you just need someone to talk to but don't want to be a bother to somebody. This is someone who will call you during those times and you'd be thinking like, damn, that's crazy. I was just needing somebody to talk to. And then all of a sudden you called. This is someone who will call you and be like, yo, let's go out, blah, 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 have fun. And you'll just be thinking like, damn, I was just sitting here crying, but this is exactly what I needed. This person will, I feel, intuitively know, what you're feeling. This person, I believe, once again, psychic. I believe under the psychic umbrella, there's this person is probably an empath as well. I'm also getting with the Pisces card that it's dreams. This person, I believe, maybe even got confirmation via dreams that this connection between you and this person, there's a lot more to it. It's a lot deeper than what you guys both maybe display. I just find this to be quite cute to me. I don't know why, but I get the sense that this is something. Maybe you guys visit each other in dreams, and I'm not entirely sure that this person maybe remembers those dreams when they wake up, but I feel as though if they don't remember those dreams, I get the sense when they do wake up, they will think about you. They will maybe hit you up, that same day. But yeah, I get the sense that their dreams are quite vivid nonetheless. And it could be maybe even prophetic or just reveal a lot of things about this connection between you and this person. But I get crushed energy. I get crushed energy that maybe don't want to really rock the boat too much or really just make things, because they know that once you cross that threshold, there's no coming back, and it will forever change the dynamic of the connection. I get the sense that this could be someone who, how if this is a person of the opposite sex of you, I get the sense that oftentimes people see you guys and be like, are you guys just friends? Because two people of the opposite sex can never be friends. Some people do believe that. So, moving on. So the next card that we have is the Goblin card. And the Goblin card states the wounded human ego. I just really feel like this person's a prankster. Like a jokester, prankster, someone who just, maybe sometimes you felt they were childish, but it's more so like, I almost feel like there was, when you used to know this person, they were childish. Some of the things that you would describe them was childish. Maybe someone who always made you laugh, someone that you never really took seriously. But I almost feel like there was a reconnect, or maybe there was like some type of time skip in between to now you reconnected, or now you see a major difference into where now they've kind of grown into like maybe a man or a woman or just a full-fledged adult. But overall, I get the sense that this is someone who's quite a sensitive person as well. This is someone who's quite sensitive. More sensitive than they would like to admit, but they can't help it. They are very sensitive, and they do care about what people think about them, despite their persona in which it's like bad boy, bad girl, who cares what people think, And I think more importantly, they do care about what you think about them. So let's get into the next card, which is the most lovely card here. which is love. Okay, so they're also showing me the image of the Four of Wands. So I don't know. I really personally don't feel like there's romantic history with this person that has yet to be achieved in this incarnation. But this person feels as though you know them more so than anyone else would ever know them. They feel very comfortable around you. They feel at peace. They feel at ease. They feel at home with you. You know, whether it's just talking to you or just being around your presence. And they genuinely do love you. You know, like I said, the fact that if this platonic or romantic is irrelevant. Sorry about the airplane. But whether this is romantic or platonic is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, this person really, really, really does love you, and they're making me feel as though that you guys are incredibly compatible, and that you guys complement one another, and that I would have to even say that the thought has crossed their mind to one day maybe even be an actual couple or married and even have a life together. We have to pay attention. And it says, notice repetitious signs in your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. So I strongly feel that this is crush energy for sure. I don't believe, I'm willing to stand by this, that it has yet to get to the level, or maybe you guys have yet crossed that line to where it's now more than friends, but this person's definitely interested. And I think they have definitely given signs to let you know that. So one of the things that you will know who am I talking about is that this is, or who Spirit is referring to, is that this is definitely someone who I feel you have a very flirtatious relationship with. And if you don't necessarily reciprocate that flirtation, this is someone who is very playful, very lighthearted. I think the attraction is evident between you and this person, and it's just all the clues are leading to that this connection may be more than what you guys thought that it was going to end up being. The story, you know, how it ends or how it progresses definitely depends on you two, but there's high potential that this is somebody that you will engage into a relationship with, because the chemistry is out of this world. I believe this person makes you feel ways, makes you feel good. Yeah. The last card that we have is, we have not. And this is unsuccessful plans. Now, as soon as I saw not, it reminded me of tie the knot. Like I said, I do believe the thought has crossed their mind. And I believe as though if in fact this person has always had a crush on you, they've wanted to really make that move even back then, but maybe never had the courage to, or maybe was just afraid to really cross that line. And so they did have plans, it seems, to really take it there. but maybe something has happened. Maybe there was that disconnect, or maybe that part where you guys didn't necessarily talk for some time. But yeah, it's almost as if this person, it wants to give this connection another opportunity to really explore what that route would be if you guys actually took it this time. So yeah. It's like feelings that were yet really unfulfilled to what this person maybe had hoped for. And I don't believe it's really anyone's fault. Like, I don't really feel like there was maybe a denial of those feelings, but I just feel like it was just, let's just keep it as friends. Let's just keep it as friends, and let's not mess up the good thing that we already have. But I get the sense that this person can't help but think about wanting to explore the other path as well. So I really enjoyed this. Let me know who this person is, because I think this might be my favorite. It's like a cute story here. And even if it doesn't really end in marriage, I think overall this is something that I would probably like to see, like, on TV. I think it would just be a great story to tell, a great love story. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pal? Number 4, this is for those who picked the citrine stone. We're about to find out who thinks you're a snack. The cards that they gave us are the 4 of Wands. We also have the 5 of Coins. We also have the 8 of Wands. We have number 18, Confront. This is also the Moon card. We have Rescuer. Now, we did get this in the reverse, so we have to read the shadow attributes when we get to it. We also have Neptune. We have Spider. Perseverance. Rest. And this card that we'll get into later. So, the first thing that they're making me feel is, I feel like this is someone that you maybe are not necessarily on speaking terms, or haven't been for some time, or maybe just reconnected. But I kind of feel like you guys have yet to speak, after some time. And this could have been due to a result of maybe a disagreement, an argument, a fight, or of the fact that this person or someone in this community or in this connection may not be that great of a communicator. But I do feel like there's some things that are maybe left unresolved, or maybe that were left unsaid with this person. I get the sense that this person don't necessarily, it's like, first of all, they love your body, is what they're saying. But, and that will definitely answer the question as to, they do think you're a snack, But what I'm beginning to see is that these readings are becoming a lot more than just the mere fact of who thinks you're a snack. It's more so like, okay, they think you're a snack, but here's what I also have to say. So Spirit is definitely taking the free reign to really say what they have to say. I get the sense that this person, how can I say this? I think if you guys were to have a conversation, it will be difficult to have one because I get that this person has some ill feelings towards you. There's what feels like betrayal, or what feels like I almost feel like this person feels like you used them, and I'm not entirely sure why. But and like I said, you may be watching this like that's never me, but this is what this person feels when it comes towards you. I think when it comes to sexual energy, I think that's something that they're saying that it's without a doubt, it's obvious, it's evident. But it seems as though they kind of want to hijack this reading to really speak about other things. But I get the sense that you know who this person is. You may not necessarily view this connection as much as they do, or in the same way that they do, but I do believe you guys have some type of history, and I do feel like you maybe don't talk to this person currently. Let's begin. We have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands here this normally indicates a break or things like that, but they're making me feel like the reason why there was like some type of pause in the connection is because they're saying that they felt like this could be someone who constantly deals with people having to maybe take advantage of them, and they've kind of put you in the same category. I almost feel like even if this was like it doesn't have to be like monetary, like money wise, it could just be like maybe you just needed some type of companionship and this person maybe wanted more and you didn't. That's another thing that I'm also sensing. But overall, I do feel like this is someone who felt like they needed to distance themselves from you, it looks like, or maybe not even speak to you for some time. I feel like if there was like a disconnect, it was probably because of this person. Now we also have the Five of Coins. Now this is also kind of funny because not funny, but I do feel like they were the cause of the disconnect, but they also feel neglected or abandoned by you. I'm also getting the sense that this is someone who maybe is well on their way to becoming very successful, or at least when you maybe spoke to them, or maybe when you were on speaking terms with this person, you knew they had great potential to really, accomplish their financial goals and career goals. And I think this is probably something that they already know about themselves, is that maybe they know they have great potential to become quite wealthy. Maybe this is not who they are now, but I think, they're making me feel like, for example, you know how there's athletes, college athletes, or just high school athletes even, who show great potential to really become a part of the professional league, like such as the NBA or NFL. They have the great potential. So a lot of times what happens is that a lot of people flock to them because it's like, oh my God, I'm going to be a basketball wife, or a basketball or a football wife. I don't know. But they tend to attract a lot of people like that. And maybe that could have been the case. Something of that nature. It doesn't have to be an athlete that we're referring to. But I get the sense that this is someone who was pretty much well on their way of becoming and they're probably still on their way and becoming quite successful. And maybe before that success was achieved, you maybe distanced yourself from them, or maybe left them in some way, shape, or form. Even though I feel as though the disconnect was, even if you left them first, even if you said, you know what, I can't talk to you anymore, I feel as though it was as a result of what they did. I'm gonna be honest with you. But overall, this is someone who I feel is very confident, and it's almost as if it's like, how could you leave me? Like, I feel like there's a little cockiness with this person. Like, how could you leave me? Like, you're going to regret leaving me, because when you see what I've achieved and where I'm about to go, you're gonna be like, you're gonna want me back or something like that. You know? Interesting. We have the Eight of Wands. Oh, the imagery is fire. But so once again, I get there's been a communication error with this person. I'm getting either there's been a lack of communication or maybe a miscommunication, and then maybe there is going to be a recommunication. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a mending of communication to where now you guys can actually, you know, try to move on, or maybe even gain some type of closure, or maybe even reconnect. But communication was such an issue with this person. I feel that was maybe one of the issues. Maybe this is someone who didn't necessarily call as much as they should have, didn't necessarily be as honest as they should have, or maybe there's someone who had the tendency to say things that were very destructive of the connection. But I get the sense that there's some type of movement that's happening when it comes to communicating. So if you have not spoken to this person yet, I do feel like there is going to be some type of resurgence happening soon. Now we gotta get into this a little bit. I kind of feel like with you didn't have a problem telling this person who they were or how you felt. I feel like you never had a problem being honest about this person. And a lot of times you had to really tell them things that maybe they didn't want to hear. With this 18 confront card, this is the moon card. You have to tell them about this person. I mean, in the sense, you have to tell them about themselves a lot of the times. And I get the sense this person's coming across as, I mean, I don't want to say the N-word, but narcissist is what this person's kind of come across with. I think maybe oftentimes this person maybe has displayed those traits that are akin to that, and you did not have a problem letting them know. And I think oftentimes this person's left alone reflecting on this, like, how am I a narcissist, or how am I selfish? I just feel like this person maybe doesn't necessarily see themselves for who they really are. And I think you really provided them like a dose of reality, and they couldn't take it. And I think that whatever career field that they're in, it kind of reflects that as well. I feel as though they're definitely destined to be somewhat, like, let's just say if it's just a business company or whatever the case, they're definitely not destined to be what feels like on top of the food chain, to where no one can tell them anything. I also get the sense that there is somewhat of a contrast to the person that they like to display on the outside and the person that they actually are on the inside. Like, I get the sense that this person could appear to be someone who's quite confident, when in fact they could be very insecure. And I think you're someone who made that more clear for them. Like, yeah. It's like this person is coming across as someone who maybe they wouldn't have a lot of nice things to say about you, but if I were to look at both sides objectively, I would have to say that maybe some of the things that you said to them were the truth. It needed to be said. So we also have rescuer, and we did get it in reverse, and it says shadow attributes assumes that the rescue will reciprocate, keeps the rescue one needy. Kenny speaking now. I don't like people like this. I'm sorry. I mean, okay, Spirit. So this is someone who doesn't necessarily do things out of the kindness of their heart. Like, for example, I really feel like this person is maybe resourceful, has maybe money or a career, or maybe just has the connections needed to really help people. But I really feel like they do it in a way where they are the type to probably remind you about it and be like, yo, look at where you at now. It's because of me. Those type of people. And I think this is something that they would probably apply to you about. And like I said, and get the overall energy that for some reason they feel like you used them or you took advantage of them. And they feel slighted by you for some reason. And I think part of the reason is because maybe they expected more from you based off what they've given you. And I just feel like that's just their own fault. I mean, I'm just telling like how Spirit's making me feel. Like, I don't really feel as though what they're feeling, what they're saying is completely valid. Maybe there's some validity in it, but I don't feel like it's completely valid. In fact, I feel like, especially when they're giving me this card in reverse, which makes me feel like you kind of put yourself in a position to be taken advantage of. You know what I mean? Especially when you do things with the expectation that you're going to get something in return. That's not how things go. That's not how things work. Neptune. This is one of those people who would be like, you know what? I'm not even sweating that person, like referring to you. Like, I'm not even thinking about this person. I'm not even worried. Like, I'm not even upset. Like, I'm glad it didn't work out, something like that. When in actuality, hurting on the inside. There's a lot of emotions that they have tied within this connection. And I kind of feel like maybe you have already moved on, but this person is not over it. They're showing me the Three of Swords. So yeah, definitely this person was heartbroken in some way, shape, or form, and is not necessarily willing to admit that these emotions are deep in the crevices of their soul and their heart. And it would take a lot of work to really get them to open up in that way. But I feel as though you still be able to tell that they're hurt by way of them maybe saying things that are just so out of bounds, or maybe doing things that are petty. It's an indication of this hurt. Once again, there's something about money here. There's something about money. There's something about, like, I almost feel like this person maybe feel like you owe them something or something of that nature. I don't know why that is, but this person maybe even had felt like they invested in you in some way, shape, or form, and maybe you left them. Maybe they felt like they would do these things for you in hopes that you would maybe even be in a relationship with them. I don't know. And it turned out that was not the case. But this person is going through some type of deep hurt, and it's really something that needs to be healed through, and also something that needs to be really reflected or understood, that this is actually something that has really nothing to do with anyone else besides themselves. So they kind of have to look at themselves and really see themselves for who they are and grow from that. Is that a lesson that they are having a hard time learning? Absolutely. Now we have the spider. It says creative projects. I just think that this is going to be the epitome. This person is going to embody the saying, money doesn't buy you happiness. Even though I personally don't believe that. But this is someone who's going to embody that. This is someone who's really going to be quite successful in this life. Very. And I think they have the ability to make money off of a lot of things or anything. Really be innovative. And even if they have yet to accomplish these things, they're well on track to accomplishing it. I just feel like they have their hands in so many things, in so many projects, and so many lucrative, endeavors. And like I said, if not, this is something that they are going to be achieving. And this could be maybe a direct result of maybe the hurt that they feel, the immense amount of hurt that they feel by you. And they don't necessarily know that that's what's the driving force. It's more so like, yo, I'm going to make you regret, leaving me or doing me wrong. So I'm gonna do this. It's like they feel like entangled by you, but they won't admit it. But I really get the sense that you don't necessarily feel the same way. Like, it's like, you're probably watching this and you probably know who this is, who Spirit is referring to, and you're like, it's not that deep. Okay, so the next card that we have is perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Very strong individual here. Very strong as far as their willpower. But like I said, they're very mushy on the inside. And they just have a very hard exterior. And man, I kind of don't want to witness the moment in which that exterior cracks, because once that exterior cracks, it's just going to be like a tsunami of emotions that are just going to pour out. And maybe that's what needs to happen, but I'm just saying, like, but overall, this is a strong individual. This is someone who likes to also present that image of someone who's kind of like invulnerable, especially invulnerable from getting hurt by other people. This is also someone who definitely doesn't like to show much emotion or vulnerability. We have rest. So you've been working hard, take a nap and get some rest. So like I said, this is a very hardworking person. I can guarantee that this person will be successful in this life, absolutely. I do believe that they will never admit that the drive that makes them want to be successful has a lot to do with you, and has a lot to do with proving you wrong, and maybe proving the fact that maybe you're missing out on them, I guess, maybe. But there's just a lot of emotions that this person is not necessarily willing to work through and really willing to unpack. And I think the fact that it's being channeled through their career and their success. I guess that's a good thing, because it could be channeled in a completely different destructive way. So I guess this is maybe the better way to do it, but there's going to come a time where they have to really reflect on this and really discover where the pain lies and really heal through that the proper way. They're also showing me the 5 of Wands, so they kind of feel conflicted with you, but I think, and the reason why that is because I feel like there are some feelings that they do have for you, and I also feel like there is definitely an attraction that they have for you, but this is not something, like I said, they are willing to admit. The last card that we have is, sorry, this video is going a little bit longer than it should have, but we have Shield. You need to defend yourself. I mean, Spirit did that. Like, shield, defensive, protection. This person's completely guarded. This person has a very hard exterior, like they stated. And they like to come across as impenetrable. And like I said, there's a defensive energy with this person, which is why it almost feels like they have almost like an attitude, or just very, almost they feel slighted by you, so they might most likely won't have nice things to say about you. So the fact of the matter is, they do find you to be a snack. Just a snack that they probably won't like to admit that they want to indulge in. So, I'm pretty sure you guys know who this person is. But I hope that you enjoyed this reading nonetheless. Maybe you just needed this confirmation. I don't know. Maybe this is something that you already knew, but you just wanted that extra, like confirmation, like, yo, I knew it. But pile number 4, keep doing you. Okay, keep doing you. And I hope that you would be inclined to like or share or subscribe, or maybe all of the above for this video. And thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.